Right, today I'm having a go at what's called Runzas. Now basically this is bread with a filling in it, or it's like a bread roll with a filling in it. And this came about last night when I was talking to my friends, to my family online. A friend of mine, his name's Chad. Yeah, he's got his own channel. It's called Chad's Opinion. You should go over and check it out. You know what I mean? It's all good. He'll take you down the rabbit hole. Anyway, so Chad was going on about when he was at school and he used to get these bread rolls with a filling in it, like a mincemeat filling or ground beef, whatever you want to say, filling in it, and how they were so nice. Well, this is why the family's so beautiful, because no one kind of really knew what he meant. And then Janet, another friend of ours, she's from Nebraska. Now she came straight out and said, I know what they are. They're called Runzas, and they're only made in Nebraska apparently, in America, USA, whatever. I think they originate from Russia or something like this. So anyway, we're going to have a go at them today, and basically so we need to start off by making bread. I mean, I did a bread video the other day, so I don't want to bore you too much with it all, but this time round I'm going to do slightly different, try and put a little bit more flavour into the bread in the first place, just because, So I've got me 500 grams of strong bread flour. This is yeast. I'm just using easy bake yeast, 7 grams of easy bake yeast. Just scatter that in. Yep. And then I've got, this time round I've got 4 teaspoons of sugar, Castor sugar. In. Just get a fork. Also, I'm going to go with some of this Aromat, it's a savoury seasoning. I love this stuff, it's beautiful. So I'm going to put a spoonful of this in as well. Why not? A spoonful of that in. Then I want a teaspoon and a half of salt. Just put that down one side. Watch the bread video, I explain why. Just trying to get on a teaspoon and a half. Too much salt, so I'll just put a bit of that in. Put that away. So just quickly give that a mix up. I love to
making a mess.
I love to make a mess, don't I?
Don't hit me wine.
Oh yeah, tell them about the wine.
I'm drinking wine from California, and it's very nice. I hope they don't stop making it, or they're not having any problems after the fires there. But the vines are all still good for wine. I'll be devastated.
I do think they lost a lot of the vines from talking to the family online. Yeah. But
hopefully they'll get back on their feet.
Yeah.
Not lost too much.
Right, so then basically now I need to rub in a good tablespoonful of butter into this. I'll rub this in. I'll just go away for a minute. I'll be right back. You obviously don't want to watch me rubbing this in. Try and keep the video as short as I can. Okay, see you in a minute. Right, the butter's all rubbed in there, so now I need to add water to it and give it a mix. I just want to say a little more on, because obviously I'm not working to any script here or anything like that. I just want to say a little more on my friends' channels, like Chad. That's Chad's Opinion. You find it on YouTube. Now he's a master plumber, so as amongst other things. Very clever man, speaks the truth, talks a lot of sense. You might want to check his channel out. Now Janet, my other friend, Janet loves to bake too and cook. I mean, by all accounts, she's very talented herself, And the best thing I can do is leave links to the videos beneath in the description. Leave links rather to their channels in the description box below. I believe it's the crazycatlady.com, something like that. I'll leave links. Forgive me, Janet, for not fully remembering your channel. I think it's the crazycatlady.com. But yeah, Janet lives on a farm basically in Nebraska. She's banging into her baking. She keeps her own chickens, stuff like this, living off the land, etc., etc. All good people. All good people, they're my friends. So anyway, back to this. When it starts to get a little difficult with the fork, then I'll just move into get my hands in there then. So I'll start to knead this, and like I say, back in a sec. Right, so I've been kneading that for 10 minutes. It's ever so sticky, look at it. I've been kneading it for 10 minutes. Obviously, if you want to know more about that, then you get to see my video on making a loaf of bread. Basically, I've greased the tin again. The dough's going back in, and I want that to double in size now, so I'm going to take it to a warm place, cover it with a tea towel. I'm going to take it into the living room with me where the fire's on, and it'll probably take anything up to an hour to double in size, and then we'll come back. In the meantime, while that's happening, I'm going to get the mincemeat on and everything else, so I'll just go pop this in its warm place and I'll be back in a minute. Right, for the filling, I've got some mincemeat, about 500 grams, be about a pound I suppose. Again, it's loose, look, because it's from my butcher from the market. I'm not going down this supermarket pre-packed stuff. I know it's real. I'm going, do you know what I'm going to put an onion? I've got half an onion from yesterday, so I'm going to put an onion and a half in. I'm going to put a green pepper in there, salt, pepper, and Worcester sauce, and then taste it from there and see how it is, and then see what we think, and maybe
some gravy.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, you could put a little bit, just a touch of gravy, just to, not so it's
Bind it
wet,
together.
just to bind it, yeah, that's a good plan. Right, okay, so I'll chop these up and come back to you. Right, so I've chopped up the onions, and I've decided I'm going to put in like 3 or 4 cloves of garlic as well. I'm going to crush them with the garlic crusher, and I'm going to put a chicken stock cube as well into the mince when that goes in. So first off, let's just get the onions in and fry. And basically in there I've got olive oil and butter. So just leave them to fry a little bit while I chop up the pepper. Well, crush the garlic in a second as well. So I'm just going to crush the garlic in. Garlic. I'll just chop the pepper up and I'll be back in a sec. Right, here's my green pepper all finely chopped. Chuck that in as well. Stir around. I will put my mince in a minute. I'm just going to give these a little while longer and then I'll put my mince in. Back in a sec. Right, time to add the mince. Sorry about the bag rustling. Nothing I can do. In with the mince. Getting that. I believe you meant to put cabbage in this as well, but I don't really like cabbage, so I'm not bothering. I think you can kind of put anything you like. You like in it, really.
Carrot, things like that, isn't it?
Yeah, you can put anything. I think that's the idea. You
Grated carrot,
you
probably
can,
just a
yeah, you can put anything
taste
you like.
thing.
Yeah, for sure.
Anything you've got in your cupboards or your fridge.
Yeah, just do what you feel.
A bit like bubble and squeak. I don't know if you have bubble and squeak in America, but it's like a veg. You fry up your veg, leftovers.
Yeah, I suppose you could even do that if you wanted to, couldn't you?
Just to keep the cost down.
Look at us British, making it all British, mate, Jones.
Sorry.
Right, okay, just let's fry away now for a bit. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put salt and pepper in. It's to taste really, so I mean I will taste it in a little while and see, you know, what it tastes like, really and truly. I should imagine it's very similar to like burgers, you know, there's a tendency to under season, so put plenty in, that's what I'd say. Loads of pepper in there. Stock cube. Just 1 minute. Sorry about this guys, a second. Fingers and thumbs. So I'm going with a chicken stock cube, which I'll just crumble in, break it in. Nice. What do you call that in there? Chicken stock cube in. I'm going to go with quite a lot of, well, a decent amount of Worcester sauce as well. Worcestershire sauce, whatever. And then I'm going to let that cook out for a bit now. Try and get rid of all the liquids gone and get it all amalgamated together, and then we'll have a look. I'll come back in a little while and we'll have a taste and see how it is. Right, so that's been cooking in a little while now. It's starting to, it tastes okay, but it needs more flavouring. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go with some garlic granules. I'm going to go with a fair few garlic granules in there, like that. Instead of using my pepper mill, I'm going to use like already ground black pepper. It's easier to get plenty in because it needs some more seasoning in there. So go with pepper. I'm going to go with a fair bit more salt. Smell the pepper now. Have I done it? I'll go with a bit more Worcester sauce in there. And it's starting to taste good. Right. Get that cooked through and we'll have another taste again in a few minutes. Right, I've just tasted that again, and do you know what? This tastes absolutely beautiful. It's amazing how much flavour that's got in it, you know. I mean, I was going to put a bit of gravy in it, but I'm not now because I don't want to spoil the taste. I absolutely love how this tastes. It's very nice. So, I'm going to leave that at that. The liquid's gone out of the mince. And I'm just literally, my bread should be about doubled in size now anyway, so I'm going to turn this off, just to one side, and go fetch the dough. Back in a sec. Right, my dough's doubled in size. I'm a little concerned because I made it wetter than usual today, you know, because I want some, like, you know, this taste is absolutely lovely. You could eat that on the dinner by itself. I made this a touch wetter because I want some real soft, lovely bread. Do you know what I mean? So, I don't know, this could cause me traumas when I start to roll it out. It might stick to everything, but we'll see how we go. We'll get through it. Right. I'm going to flour the top of that as well. Because it is very, very, very moist bread, so you basically want to knock the bread back now, because obviously it's done its rising. Just give it a couple and you get the air out of it. Look at the beautiful dough that is. It really is, but it might cause me some hassle to work with, but we'll see. It should be alright. Just heavily flour the side, eh? Heavily flour the side just to make sure we don't stick. So. Oh look, it's going to cause me some grief. This is, I can see it coming. Look at it. Wow, how pliable is that to roll it out? I mean, mad this is, Joe, trying to sort this one out.
Boing.
Do you know what? I might have to do it like I do a pizza and do it in my hands.
Yeah, it's coming together.
Look at it. It's going to be nice. Yeah. Hey, this is live. I'm not a chef, I'm just cooking at home. This would have been a nice loaf of bread. Do you know what, I'm going to probably do it like pizza, you know, it's just, I mean, look at it. Good dough. You can just use its weight to stretch it out a bit. What about the arms? Gonna have some trouble there, I can see. Look.
Some more flour on the tin.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe we should just, rather than wasting my time while I'm fighting with this dough a second, if we just stop it a minute while all I'm going to do is flour it more, turn it over, keep rolling it out and get it right, so stop it there. But I've got my dough out like that. I'm concerned that when I cut it, it's going to shrink like there's no tomorrow. Go doing, doing, doing. But if it does, hey, we'll just work with it, you know. We'll just roll them out individually. Somehow, some way, some shape, some form. This is going in there, and we're going to make Runzas. Right, okay, so let's see what we can do. I've got it all there. Probably just patch that all up for a start. Just pull that off. is tremendous. It's really nice. Let's see what happens. It's work in progress, family. You can see it's not scripted, not pre-recorded. We're just going to see how we go. Whatever, innit? We'll get there. These are a bit crazy shapes and sizes, but you know what? Who cares? Who cares? This is cooking. This is real world cooking.
Home cooking's not uniform.
Yeah, exactly. Real world cooking.
It's real.
Is what it is. So I'm just going to cut those there like that. Not going to start putting some stuff in them that quickly or something because right, let's just see if we can get it sorted like this. I mean, we might have to rework it, but you know, whatever, innit? Go with this big one first. A spoonful of this in. Oh well, oops. Schoolboy error.
I'm struggling to mix at this point. Are you just going to go a lid on?
I don't know. I'm just going to go with the flow and see how it turns. First time I've ever done it. Let's see what happens. So, one thing's for sure, these are going to be nice. Let's just gather all this up. We can twist that, I think, you know. There you go, look. You know what I mean? No drama, Jude. Everything's good. Look at that.
Perfection.
Oh dear, it was scaring me at one point. Yeah, we're going to be cool because it's that stretchy look. We can just stretch it round it. It's no problem. Good dough, this is. This is nice. Or at least it will be anyway. I'll have to give these to Mick, one of my mates, to go fishing with. These would be perfect, wouldn't they, if he was going fishing?
Perfect meal.
Yeah. We've got steak and chips tonight, by the way. We're going to eat this for supper, though, aren't we, Jade?
Yeah.
So we'll twist that round to just... Maybe put some cheese in one, but you're not feeling cheesy, am I?
No, I'm not sure cheese would go on it. Melted cheese on the top of it when they're done might be nice, but we'll see. If we like them, we'll do them again and
yeah, we'll
adapt.
Go from there, eh? Right, so... Oops, stuck to the side.
Sticky
No
one.
sorts. Oh well. Right, shall we cut the video off here to keep it in interest, to keep it short, and I'll just do the rest of them, and then we can come back, can't we?
Okay.
So what I've done is I've rolled it out really thin on the edges, left it thicker in the middle. For the reason being that obviously when I bunch it together, that all makes like a thick piece of bread, don't it? So what I'm thinking is, in my mind here, sorry, was that a pan in the way?
This is a super one.
Just put that down a sec. So my thinking is, you see, because it's thinner on the edges, then when you bunch it all up like so, it's going to amount to the same amount of bread on the other side, you know, when it's thicker. I don't know, time will tell, we'll see. Get that together. I mean, I don't know if you're right or wrong. First time I ever tried them, I mean, I'm just twisting them like so. But then what I'm doing is going to like spread everything out in there. See how that works out. I mean, I don't know. Then going on to the tray. I'm going to leave them though. I'm going to leave these for. I'm going to leave them for another hour or so. I'm going to let them swell, you know. So it's nice bread. So we've got. You know, so it's like a little bread roll, like a loaf of bread. You know, not just a thin bit of pastry. I'm going to try and let it fluff right up. And see how it turns out. So I'll put these back in the warm, and we'll come back to you in a little bit. Right then, so here we are. I've left these rising for what, about an hour and a half or something like that. Whoa. I had one split there, but hey, oh, no worries. They're probably a little bit thin, but first time I've ever done them. I've let them like rise really big, so there's like plenty of bread in there. Do you know what I mean? And we'll see how they turn out. I mean, rightly or wrongly, whether you should let them go that big, I don't know. But hey, oh, let's put them in the oven and find out. 30 minutes in the oven, 180 degrees, and we'll see in a minute. Right, they had 30 minutes in the oven, and I'm saying they're done. Looking at the colour of them, that was popped a little bit, but nevertheless, we're done, we're out, we're good. So I'm going to put them on a cake rack. I can find this spatula thing, and I'll just put these on the cake rack to cool, and I'll get back to you. I'm already eating one of these, and they're well nice. I'll cut one of them open though, trust me. Try this one. They are nice, ever so soft bread look. That's not a great one to cut open, is it?
That's pretty good.
Not as good as that one. Got bread in that one. They're alright, nice.
Cool.
Eh? Yeah. Cool. Well, that one had a hole in it anyway. So yeah, they are good. I mean, that's a good.
Come on. That's why we ate it.
Right, okay. Great.
See you later.